Alright, so let's get started. So last class we have seen ant, right? Okay. So and, and 10 pipelines that we have seen last class. And what we have next is we're going to discuss. That's what we thought, right? Basically, Nexus repository. I'll show you the website. Look at this. It's a repository manager. Just like how we manage our source code. Here also we use uh, the source code is stored in the GitHub, Git or GitHub. Our artifacts, we call it as artifacts. The final output, the application, the final application will be stored in one of the repository. It's better to store in a repository so that you can see every time there is a build happens, you will have output, right? So like that you will have many outputs files that you will have. So that we will, it's better to version them and store them in a repository. So Nexus repository is one of them. This is a company called Sonatype, and so this is a Sonatype Nexus repository. So they have different other products that they have. Nexus Repository Pro is a paid version. Okay, that's a enterprise edition. And Nexus Repository OSS, it's open source. Okay, but basically it's you can use it for free. Okay, and this is a Pro repository. It's basically enterprise edition. So, now, so what we will do, we will install this repository. So how do we install it? So I have a machine, virtual machine. This is a machine. Let me start this machine. So free trial, go to free trial, and so these are some differences between, like Nexus repository. There are many other repositories also available. There is one thing, Artifactory, which is also a good product. There are some differences here that you can see. So choose the OS that you want to download. This is a Pro edition. What we wanted is OSS. Okay. So if we go here, search for Nexus repository. It will take you there. What we want is OSS. So if you go down, so basically it's a centralized repository for managing all component formats like jar file, WAR file, exe file, MSI file. Stores single source of for all binaries and build artifacts. It can store and distribute Maven, Java, NPM, Ruby, Docker, P2, RBTM. These are different packages, that you can manage, and it supports JVM, Gradle, and Maven, and all those things. Okay, so we'll download that. Get repository OSS. Okay, so you can manage these formats. You can manage the packages for cpan, Pi, uh, and Docker, Git, P2, Ant, Maven, NPM, and Nugget, and R. Okay, so you want to download it for Windows or OS X or Unix. Windows. Okay, now click on this Windows. So there is a problem here. So if I think they have might have fixed it. If it doesn't start, click here. Okay. Okay, they haven't fixed it yet. Okay. So go back. Here you have to access the download link. Just click on this. This link is not working some reason. So go here. So you will see Windows image, right? So select that. You can also use the same Linux also. It's the same. It's no difference here. Again, very easy to install it. Set it up. Open it. Okay, so it's getting downloaded. If you have a Windows machine, do it on your Windows machine. Just to reset. You can also do it in the cloud also. Cloud, you can set up a Windows machine or Linux machine and work it out. Let's see if that one comes fast, we will use that. If this one comes fast, we will use this. So like this, this is Nexus repository. Yeah. Yeah, Naresh, tell me. You have some question, Naresh?
No, proceed, Praveen.
Okay, fine. So Artifactory, JFrog Artifactory. So you call the company by JFrog. This is also very popular. Sonatype, Nexus, and JFrog Artifactory. So you see, this is a very nice presentation they have. Okay, so basically your packages, npm packages. Okay, Jenkins package, PHP, Ruby, Puppet. See this? Click on what is JFrag. Okay, there is a video if you want to just watch it or just watch it at your leisure time. So this is again a very nice presentation here. Basically, what exactly it does for you. So Artifactory or any repository, artifacts repository. Shipping updates continuously and automatically has become critical element for your supply successful operation. JFrog is a revolution software that provides continuous update with the continuous that forever. So basically, you have your version control. Okay, this is where you will get your code, right? What are the version controls? Git, TFS, and Bitbucket, and many more. And using build tools, you will build your uh, package as a package, or using CI and build tools. What are the build tools that we have? Gradle. Okay, if you see this, Gradle, PHP, SBT, Conan, Ruby, and the things that you see at the bottom, right? Yeah, these these are some different tools. CI tools, Jenkins, Circle CI, Hudson, TFS, okay, Travis. And once the build is completed, it goes to your artifactory or artifacts binaries, repository. And here is not going to mention other tools. He's going to mention only. He's not going to mention Sonatype here. Is a competitor, right? So then that artifacts are nothing but just outcome, right? The result. The result will, you can push it to containers, or you can push it to a different environment. You can push it to a development servers, or you can push it to test servers or production servers. So this is the cycle. Okay, this is completely a cycle. So every time there is a change in the code, major change, and there is a build happens, that through CI, continuous integration, and it goes to Artifactory, and then from Artifactory it gets pushed to your deployment or wherever you want it. So there are some you can create repositories and all those things. Okay, so companies use JFrog, and some companies use Artifactory. If you go to uh, Nexus, they say, they compare Nexus and this JFrog, and they say they're good. They say very good about that product. And if you come here, they compare Nexus Sonatype, and they say very good things about this. Okay. So which one is good? I think both are good. Some companies use this, some companies depending on your requirement. So platforms, it supports all platforms. Okay, and you can so from VCS and CI code and build, it stores your binaries in the Artifactory. X-ray is a component which is going to see the any issues or complaints issues are there, and then so goes to distribution to production site and deploy to production runtime. Okay, let us see if our it's done. We will extract that. Let's extract here, extract on the desktop. Okay, so once it is done, so we have this folder here, right? So okay, so you have these files that have been created here. We have some files here. We'll move all this. Okay, I'll create a directory here. Directory called Nexus. I'll just copy everything from here. I'll just move them. Okay. Alright, so I just have one single I know version number here, just a Nexus. Everything is here. Now let's set up the. You see the binaries here. The binaries, there is Nexus. Okay, and we're going to run this nexus. Okay, let's close this. All this, we don't need this anymore. Okay, go to okay. Now just say nexus run. That's all you need to do. There is no installation here. Is the IP address of this machine. It's going to take a while. Okay, so we have this Nexus. It started. Now we have to go to what is the IP address? This is 105. Let's open that from here 192.168.105. The default port is 8081. Jenkins port is 8080. This is 8081. Default port is 8081. Okay. Click on sign in. Admin. Server could not be contacted. Refresh it and see if there is any issue with the server. Okay, like some issue. Let's restart again. This is another server that I have launched on cloud. So you can use local server or you can also use cloud server. It's up to your convenience. If you are comfortable in launching in the cloud, you can do it. Otherwise, you do it locally. Just turning off firewall. Hmm? Firewalls, turn off firewalls. Okay. Usually in companies also they don't use this Windows firewall. They use the devices. Okay. So this is no use. Unnecessarily just blocks the actual the real traffic. Okay. This is much faster than our cloud, our local machine. Okay, you do OSS get. Yeah, it's, they have gigabits of bandwidth. So we have just hardly MBP. And that too, it won't work all the time. So I'll create another directory. Same like we have done it on local machine. So new folder, access. I'll just simply copy this particular folder, Control X, and also copy this Sonatype work. Go to bin and run it. Is Java not there? It requires Java, so you have to download Java. Maybe let's download the Java also. This is also started. Don't get confused. I'm doing it locally and also doing it on the cloud. Yeah, so please share your email IDs. I'll share the recorded sessions. Share your email IDs in the chat so I can share it here. Okay, so it has been started now. So let's go to what is the IP address of this machine? This is the one. You click on sign in. Username is admin and the password is admin123. Default username admin, password admin123. So if you go here, browse. Okay, so you see these are the repositories that you have. These are different repositories. So go here, click on this the setting kind of button. Here, click on repositories. We're going to create a repository. Okay, there is an option create repository here. Select Maven. Maven, we are going to build a Maven project. So Maven hosted. What is the repository name that you want to call it as? I want to call it as sample snapshot. Okay, make sure you select snap here, and rest all you can take defaults. Okay, create repository. Just give a name and select snap. So the snapshot is like your development kind of thing. Now create another repository, which is I'm going to call it as sample release, and make sure you select this release. Create repository. So you have sample release, sample snaps. Now let's go to our project. I have a project, github.com. Okay, Maven project. Here form.xml. If we go to form. Okay, so I'm going to pull a repository called maven repo, which I already have. In that, pom.xml is there. Go to this pom.xml, click on edit. Okay, edit. As I explained before, so we're going to store our repositories, our output file. Instead of storing locally on my machine, I'm going to store it in Nexus repository. So that you have to specify here the repository URL. So distribution management repository. Okay, so that is deployment, and this is snapshot releases. This is the actual releases. Okay, what is the IP address of this machine? Just go here, go to sample snap, go back to repositories, right click here, just click on copy. You will get the URL. Okay, copy this URL, go to your form.xml. So just replace that URL with your URL. Okay, okay, so we have to give, so I'll replace this. Okay, so there is an extra this. So we'll do same thing for snap also. Close, or you can copy from here also. Just copy, release. Yeah, just clicking on release. Snap, copy this, go to snap, replace it, commit changes. Okay. Now we are going to build our job, Maven job. So go to your repositories. Is there anything here right now? So this is your repositories, and go back to this. Is there anything in this? No, nothing is there. Is there anything in the snap? Nothing is there. So we'll go to our dashboard. We'll create a job. Okay, I'll call it as Nexus repo freestyle. Okay, so this is our project, right? So we'll go to our project, copy this project. We are going to say git URL, and build steps. We're going to invoke Maven, right? Invoke top level Maven targets. Select Maven, clean, compile, package. Package is going to create the package. Save it and build now. Go to console output. So basically it's pulling it and it's building it. Success. Let's go to, did we save it? That's what I got doubt here. Did we save pom.xml? Okay, so click on the browse. Is there a issue here? Do you see any issues here? Do you see any this thing? Is it getting built? Is it connecting to Nexus repository somewhere here? Is there a way it is connecting somewhere you are seeing? Okay, but it has created a app. So you see output snapshot.var. It's created in this folder. You see student snapshot bar. So what we will do here, let's go back to our output, configure. So we just said package it. Let's say deploy it. Okay, now you run it. So you will see the build job 2 console output. See, now it is deploying, getting differences, right? So we said only package it, but we had never said deploy it. So now it is deploying it to the remote server, which is here, success 26, 21 MB. Now go to your repository here. There is a conf folder is created. CDevs student tab. There is a snapshot that has been created here. Okay, this is one version. Okay, so 522, 15, 18. This is one version. Let's rerun the job again. Okay, so if you rerun the job, what happens? So that is a continuous cycle, right? So developers make changes and then they build the package. Now it's finished. Let's do one more time. Build now. One, two, three, four. Total 4 builds that we have. Now go back to your browse, snap. How many you have? One, two, three, four. 4 versions, right? So you have the WAR file is here, and there are some checksum files for this WAR files, MD5, SHA1, and you have WAR file for this and such checksum files. So whenever we run another build, right? So it is actually creating the latest additional copies, basically. Is this clear? How do you configure this repository? So basically we are going to create a repository in the Nexus repository, and we mentioned that repository name in our pom.xml. So developers may come and ask you where is the repository store. So you provide them the repository to them, and they will put it in the pom.xml. If you're not sure how to put it, so they will help you to do it. So but if you know a little bit about pom.xml, so if you have little understanding, you can easily figure it out. Where is the repository? Okay, this is your repository and the name of the repository. Okay, any questions up to this point? So what we have done so far, we have pulled the source code from the repository and we have pushed it to the artifacts. We pushed it to the Nexus repository. Okay. All right. This is about Jenkins. Okay. Jenkins is over. Okay. There are 700 plus plugins are there. So if you go here, so you can do, if you go to manage Jenkins, manage plugins. Okay. So if you see this, how many plugins are there? So each plugin is like is a component. So each plugin you have a job created. So you can integrate Google Office 365. Okay, you can integrate Rundesk, which is a notification thing. Splunk, Status Monitor, Sumo Logic. Lots of things are there too. So if you understand CI/CD or Jenkins, right? So you understood most of the DevOps. Okay, so that is about Jenkins. We will move on to another topic tomorrow. Any questions in Jenkins? Is it clear? Alright guys, that's it for now, and see you tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Thanks for joining.